welcome back to Halo Halo. I'm Kat Iniba with your daily dose of all things entertainment and lifestyle. Spring is here, which means it's time to get rid of our winter clothing and talk spring trends. Here to help us and give us some fashion tips is Aldo and Isaac of Possch. They have a very chic boutique in North Hollywood that they just opened up. Thank you guys so much for coming by.
Thank you for having us. We're really excited to be here and be part of this today.
Yes, now spring is here, so tell me a little bit about the spring trends.
Right. You want to start off this one?
Oh yeah, totally. Well, I mean, this spring, it's been a mishmash of just like all these designers' ideas that I'm just obsessed with. There's a couple designers that are throwing a lot of retro at you. There's a couple designers doing a lot of crazy innovations with textiles. And I guess what we're trying to put together is those best pieces.
Yes.
We find them at affordable prices. I mean, we're doing this vintage inspired look. Kind of has to do with like a road travel, like a...
We call it the time traveler. It's pretty much, think Yves Saint Laurent in the 70s. So it's very inspired by real moments, like Instagram, photographs, 70s film. So it's very retro in a sense.
I like that.
The current designers doing it would be Miu Miu, I would say. It has kind of like the natural textiles look to it. So I mean, with our model that's coming on set next, you're going to see some of that look, but more casual.
Yes, I like that. And you guys have like 4 trends that you want to talk about
Yes,
this year.
there's four big trends that we're focusing on for spring, summer this time around. I mean, there's many more, but those are the big ones that we're going to talk about.
The huge ones. And so let's talk about the first trend that we have on with our model, Taylor. I love this, first of all. I love the denim.
This is our favorite. Well, by far, it's one of my favorite pieces. It's a tencel piece by Dolce Vita. Tencel, it's this great material. It's like it comes from a plant. It's like kind of like denim, but it's covered. So it gives it this really, really soft.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like it a little bit more than denim because it gives it this soft texture.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's a great piece. And I mean, as you can see, the whole point of this trend is like you don't know if it's vintage or if it's a new piece. The cuts on this one is just, I mean, the A-line, it's giving you a little 60s, but the denim gives you that 70s feel. And down to
the shoes,
the
right?
shoes,
The shoes are adorable. That's
totally,
very retro
and it just
to me.
completes the look. And then you have the sleeve, which I'm in love with. It's
the little sexy 3/4 sleeve.
right at the elbow.
Thank you so much, Taylor. I'm noticing that there's a lot of blues this spring,
Definitely.
right? Like different shades of blues, or is it just pastel?
There's different shades of blues. Well, the main one that I would say is more like a cobalt, like a royal blue kind of like an ocean color.
That's definitely the pusher right now. But the denim moment, it's like I hate to be a moment of it, but I love denim on denim. So
Yes, I like that. It kind of reminds me of the dress.
I mean, I'm trying to do the little like you don't know, 70s, you don't really know what's going on, but. That's definitely what we're pushing for with that one.
And then you talked about blue. Is this a different shade of blue?
Yeah, that's kind of more on like
purple.
That's more like a I would say like a royal blue with the more of a navy.
Like a little navy under.
Yeah,
but I love that one. That one. It looks great with iridescence.
And you see the color blocking that's going on.
Yeah, I was going to say there's still color blocking going on this year. And then also the pattern, like at the bottom
it's
of
very
the dress.
asymmetric. Sheer part right here at the top too.
It's a little sexy.
Very refreshing too.
Our whole thing was like modesty. We don't need to show everything to be
I totally
appealing.
Agree with that.
And I mean again the 3/4 sleeve, even your dress, it's like you're not showing everything. I love it.
That's for later.
That's for later.
Now, from spring to summer, you guys were telling me earlier that there's kind of this mashup going on.
Well, yeah, it's spring transitions into summer very well. You have, of course, your summer look, which is more appropriate for the time traveler, which is the model that came in earlier, I think. Because it's more of think of like summer festivals at the same time. You have Coachella coming on, you have Burning Man later on in the year, so it's very outdoorsy, but still fashion forward.
And speaking of outdoorsy, you guys were talking about like this, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but marine aquatic trend that you guys have.
Totally, and that's actually one of our favorites. We were calling it Oceania. We were trying to figure out if we can call it Atlantis or something like that, because it's very fashion designers are very influenced by the ocean this time around.
If you noticed last year there was this whole thing with space. Everything was so
galactic.
But I don't know if people remember, but there's so much on Earth we haven't explored, and that's kind of where designers went into the ocean.
Yeah.
Like all those
Right.
mysteries.
Sea creatures, the
Yeah.
depths of the ocean, the colors that are alive in the ocean, like the corals, the oranges and yellows. There's a lot of that going on in prints. I would say that's actually something that we're going to do later on, but it's more on a different approach, more of a casual approach as opposed to prints.
Yeah.
But we're actually really excited because Vivian Westwood is doing that too this time around, and we're getting the men's denim line in our store. So they're really focused on sea creatures and all the embroidery. It's
It's
really
gonna be
amazing.
amazing. But one of the like kind of primary descriptions of the trend is the material that are being used. So lots of neoprene, which is that scuba material.
Okay. Oh.
Yes,
Scuba
I'm sure you've
stuff.
seen it around. They're doing pullovers and like sweatshirts and stuff like that, crop tops.
Okay.
It's very
nice.
it's very
it's
new.
a great material.
Is it?
Like,
I was gonna say, if you sweat, is that okay?
I just went back to school for design, and like
Uh-huh.
it's a great material to work with. I mean, you can just make, since it's kind of a stiffer material,
Yeah.
kind of rigid, you can make these crazy volumes.
Oh, I could totally
Right.
see that in a
And
dress.
it depends
Right,
too.
like just a
Yeah,
little
just a little
peplum.
pep- yeah, that'd be so
It depends
cute.
too with the lining. If they use lining, then if it's an organic material, then it'll catch your sweat.
Right.
Time for a quick break, but when we return, we have more spring trends to check out.